Hi guys, welcome to the vlog. Well, it has taken me absolutely ages to edit a vlog, which normally wouldn't be any problem at all because they deactivated my Cloud Quick account. Basically, the Quick app was just too powerful for my tablet, and I need to keep that separate from the tablet and do my editing on the other app. But anyway, I finally finished it. Okay guys. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I don't know if I'm going to make that this week's vlog, so if I'm going to add it on to the end of Wonderful Wednesday, or if I'm going to make it next week's vlog. Ooh. I think I've eaten too much. Ugh. So today is like 8 kilometers per hour winds. So that is, you could not get, I mean, that is extremely low. It's lower than light. Look at this, guys. Look, is this recording? It's just broken. So I can try and get this fixed, or just get a new pair of reins. I seriously need a new pair of reins anyway, because the notches on these Continental reins, which I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but it's all I've ever, they're just, to me, they're just, can't do without them. One's already come off, one notch, and I think I just got used to it. Right, so Lara has had, so she was in quite a bit for 2 days, with an hour or two here turnout with Bo, and today's Sunday and she's had a couple of hours out with Bo this morning. So if this is a long one, I'll make this a separate vlog in itself. And she's feeling incredibly chilled. Yes, very good. What's this? Tractor bean down here? Right, so I thought we'll forget about Sunday. Sorry, I thought we'll forget about Saturday. There was a bit of shooting going on. It was quite windy. It was quite rainy. Things that normally wouldn't bother us in the slightest, but at the moment I thought we're on a roll. We'll stay on a roll and we'll stick to Sunday, where there was a teeny bit of shooting in the morning. Today I saw like all sorts of aircrafts going over and stuff like that. Not like aeroplanes, like short, like little, I don't know, like domestic use. I don't know what you call them. Yeah, there's a couple of people coming over with dogs. Don't get me wrong, don't think I like every dog walker I see. I only like the ones that I suppose that I'm used to. Yeah. Sometimes you just want an empty lane. Yeah, so I'll just keep it on as we go past them, because I don't want to do all that talking thing. So I could have actually done with a whip today, and I didn't bring one. So I'd rather need it and not have it than. Hi there. Hi. Than wish I didn't bring it with me and not know what to do with it. In the past, when I first got her, so we're going back 4 years, and the whip was like the last thing I needed, and I just carried one as default, I used to chuck it to the side over at the farmyard, and they actually, I mean, I'd throw it right over to the side so it's well out of the way, and the farmer's daughter used to find it, and she used to, I don't know how she figured out, she knew it was me, and then she'd see me going past and say, I know this is yours, did you put it to one side because you didn't want to carry it? And I said, yeah. And I don't know if I ever went back for it, maybe I did. And then one time, this is going back years, I chucked it in outside the field. All right, she wants to eat. Talk about chilled out. This is a bit over the top, Lara. Right, he wants us to trot on. I don't know, don't know what they want half the time. Just trying. I've got to get back into it. I'm so rusty myself. Just having a GoPro on. Thank you. Yeah, he was definitely waiting. They always wonder who I'm talking to. Right, we're going to go this way just to make it a bit longer, and we're going to trot up. So Lara is too chilled out, which is really, really nice. Good girl, come on. Come on, girl. I'm not used to you feeling heavy, but it's nice. It means you're super relaxed. I think because my tummy's so full, I can't think of that much to talk about, that I might not make this a separate vlog. We'll see. Good girl. Something's new. They've just put some tarmac thing there, that's why she stopped. This is my unfitness I'm struggling with. So we did a bit of matchy today. We got the pink out. On the hills there might be a tiny bit of wind. So she hasn't been up here for ages. Generally I don't trot her up this part. I find it a bit too stony, yes. Like the stones are the size of my hand, so I don't mind gravel. Once I cantered Bo up this bit and his shoe just went flying, so I think it got caught on one of the stones, and I just never cantered him on that part again because of that. On this part again. Good girl. So it is a slight hill here, which is really nice, and even in walk, this is such a good workout for the legs because it's slightly uneven. Who was I watching the other day? Ica Ranch, and he was saying that horses that if you're taking a horse out on the trail and you want to develop its confidence on the trail, and I've been doing this for years anyway, but it's just good to hear it being said. He was saying that if you've got them on the bit, and at this part I didn't know actually, I kind of knew. They don't know how to use their legs out on the trail, so they will either trip or stumble, or they'll never become footsure. So right, I'm going to contradict myself in a second. So you've got to have your horse on a longer rein, but then the downside is, so I was watching another Western rider who had her horse on a long rein. Funnily enough, she was in a school, and all of a sudden a horse got loose, and this horse didn't just trot out, it was bucking and bronking, and this Western rider's horse just went nuts. And she actually talked about training muscle memory, that if you are out and your horse is on a long rein and something really terrifying happens and you need those reins ASAP, she was talking about you've got to train muscle memory. And I really appreciated this post, because so many people, they show themselves dealing with a bronking horse just basically to make themselves look good. Look at me, I'm the big I am. But she slowed it down not to make herself look big. And what she was saying was what I was witnessing, because sometimes somebody describes something and I think that's not what I'm seeing, that's what you think you're seeing. And what she said was, look at me. So she had her reins completely slack. Somebody's horse got loose, it bronked through the school, her horse went nuts, and from completely slack, she just 1, 2, 3, and I'm not going to do it on Lara and yank her mouth, but she just got from a really, really long rein to a really short rein in 2 seconds. And you can see the panic, but she stayed calm. And she said, how do you do that? She said, there's no way to describe or train someone. She goes, it's just muscle memory, and you've just got to learn how to do it. And I thought that is so relevant. And now going back to what Ica Ranch was saying, that if your horses are walking on trails and you want them to be foot sure, and possibly people don't do the trails that, you know, I suppose if you go out competing, this and that, you're not interested. But otherwise, if you want your horse to be really foot sure, you've got to take them off the bit. I mean, especially if you've got a school, you can do all that, you know, have them round and connected in the school. Right. Again, not telling anyone what to do, but these are just the training methods and people that I listen to. And I think Lara is a really good trail horse. And a lot of people might say, well, ours is too, but you've got to add to that for an OTTB. For off the track thoroughbred, we've had a blip. But before that blip, go back and watch all our vlogs. I think for an OTTB, she has been a brilliant trail horse, because the difference was, I'm not a trainer, so when she went through a bad time, I couldn't get her mind connected to me ASAP the way I guess a trainer would. And you know, people who call themselves trainers, they shouldn't. You can't have done 10 horses. To be a trainer, you've got to have done hundreds and hundreds. But I knew enough that when she reverted back to her original self, I knew there's nothing I can do to change her, me as a person. I knew that I had to change her environment. So that included feed. I brought that right down. That included turnout. Wasn't enough turnout with another horse. I had to take winter time into account. So before I didn't know that, I didn't know what level of crazy I was dealing with this horse. Yeah, with this one. Somebody once said to me, every time you get a new one, it's like starting from scratch. So unless you're some kind of brilliant trainer, it is like starting from scratch. But I knew, so I was armed with a bit more knowledge, that I knew, you know what, Sophia, me, if I try to do something, she's going to react to me, rear up and stuff. I need to basically take a step back and let the other horses do the work. And Bo did, and she was out with him today in the rain, and a couple of hours chilling with him. They're walking around like a bonded pair, and I thought that has done more. So that's a holistic approach, it's not a trainer's approach, and I thought that has done more than anything I could do with her in school. Anyway, I'm going to shut up for now. Just want to quickly add, I've hacked out with loads of friends that have, we've gone on big long hacks and they've had their horse on a contact most of the way. So I'm only talking about myself. I'm just talking about what works for me with the type of horse I've got. Just had a little schoolboy wave at me.
If only I could finish something, run straight through to the end.
So now she feels a bit unfit, which is actually quite a nice feeling.
Girl, you did it again. But will it ever be enough? When I'm bent on trying to keep it tough, will I ever settle down? Happy with the here and now.
So they've put all this tarmac to fill in holes on the ground, and obviously it's a completely, like, it looks different from the rest of it. And she keeps stopping at them, and because my stomach is so full, I can just feel my tummy just regurgitate when she does that. I didn't see it, so I don't know how I could let her see it. Now she's loosened up, I can get her on a bit of a contact. But she's got to find her feet again because we haven't done these lanes for ages. So we're doing the longer route today. I didn't widely up it, so the longer route is when so she keeps flinching because she's not used to walking on stones and just getting them used to the different terrains again. So we're going to trot up this. So it's one of the moderate hills. So it's very, very mild weather. So I've shortened my reins up significantly because she's a bit looky. And I can actually feel what I've eaten coming up, and I know no one wants to hear that, but it was just a little sandwich. Back to that beautiful house again. I know the people in there, they're so lovely. So we did do this on Wednesday, but I couldn't do much talking because I didn't have the GoPro, and we did the shorter route. If I find a previous widely mapped route from, a while back, I'll add it on, not for today's, but just to show that's the exact route that we've done. So the only reason I'm not going to get the phone out is because my tummy is whirring. There, she's chill, girl. We'll see how much of this lasts before the battery runs out. So the real test of her chill is trotting her home. And the reason I do that is it's one of the best places to open up her back hind end, like to get that real working trot. but she's got to listen. She's got to listen to me, not just do her own thing. So there's literally no wind. It is so calm, which is so rare for here, because I'm coming off a hill. Ground that she might stop at.
Stay here beside me. This isn't how it's supposed to be. We should stay here right with me. I can't shake that feeling.
Going up a steep hill.
This isn't how it's supposed to be. Wish you'd stay.
I think there's kids there.
Stayed here right with me. I can't shake that feeling that we said goodbye too soon.
Right, we are just gonna walk back.
I know the hour's getting late. I shouldn't sit here.
Because normally we'd gallop down this part or canter down or whatever, and that's what I've taught her, and because I love it. But we're just gonna walk because she's done enough. I say that and then I'll just do it. But if you saw us a few weeks before, I couldn't take the camera out because she was going nuts here. Actually, I should use proper language. She'd reverted. Which is fine, but I just needed to put the tools back into place to get her back to being a great trail horse, to being a great coastal horse, coastal rider.
Stay here beside me. This isn't how it's supposed to be. Wish you stay here right with me. I can't shake that feeling. When you say
I'm not going to let her. I asked for that. I could have just walked to the whole way. Now she's alert again. I'm going to make her walk. Hi guys. Oh, thank you. Hello. She. It's a girl. That's all right. Problem is, Lara, I always want to push the boundaries. That's why I got you. I want to get it to the point where I'm trotting her home, and even if she does a little leap, it's all okay. Because we're so used to doing it. Anyway guys, I don't know if I'm going to put in anything after this, and I don't know how many minutes this is going to last. Now normally what I would do is go down to the main road, take her out onto our little magic tree, follow it, and bring her back. But I think this is brilliant, and we're just going to leave it at that now. Car. Oh, they're turning. So are we. Oh, thank you. Guys, so this is the route we've been doing. It's just over 3 miles. It's what I call a branch route, so it's not a loop or a there and back. Till next time guys, follow our journey. Bye.